it. So like most of this stuff, I'm like you know, like for the most part, you know, this is just me having fun. These pieces right here. Let's get everything working together real quick. My first collection back after a long break. Today is a very special day. I would like to take that as a special day. You know, my mom's passed away on this day today, so just wanted to give y'all something special to look at. I know I said in the first video I was gonna show y'all the clothing and did a whole bunch of talking. So here I go. Give a brief description on everything y'all seeing and my thought process behind it. And I hope you guys like what you see. Today we rocking the unreleased pair to the Vans, the Inspo Vans. Y'all see what's going on. Gotta say too much yet. You got the Japanese denim, salvage denim. Got my daughter coughing in the background. Smooth right here. It's a little too small for me, guys, but smooth, see? This is my version of the Carhartt Detroit jacket. Classic jacket by Carhartt. Everybody know that jacket. You know what I mean? And as you can see, these are all my own designs. These are things that I designed years ago. And I'm finally getting to see it in the final form. Still gotta add the buttons to this. But y'all get the truth. Actually, that felt kind of cool. I might throw that on and wear that. And we got something special for you guys. Nobody's got to see these other than on my Instagram. Boom. We got the Vans by Handmade by Bennett. You know what I'm saying? These is the prototypes. Bear with me, guys. We're gonna get better with this stuff. We got the age bottom. We got the Inspo logos that go along with everything else. Oh, boom. Everything done by me. So this is partially the first collection, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm gonna give you a brief breakdown on everything that you're seeing right here and my thought process of doing it, you know what I mean? Right here we got the Inspo segment of the brand. You know, these shorts will be out for the summertime if anybody's interested. These jeans is a one-of-one. That hoodie's a one-of-one. And I'm thinking about mass producing these sweatpants, but right now, these are limited to about 11. You know what I mean? And these consist of a whole bunch of things that inspire me. And of course, you have these other logos that's there. And I'm able to admit, because I actually do design clothing from scratch, that a lot of these logos are just, I consider filler. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, to get to the meat and potatoes, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give y'all a brief little synopsis on just this alone, just why I did all of these pictures. Now, I went with the Coco Chanel, you know what I'm saying? Because that was something that we always heard growing up. You know what I mean? You always heard people talking about Chanel this, Coco Chanel. So that was something that always stuck out to me. And as well as, before this became a thing, is actually just throwing pictures on garments. I had did this before just to wear my own fashion show as a final walk outfit, where I had a bunch of pictures on things. And now that I see that it's going on, it was like kind of like, you know what? It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool for me to kind of bring that back. And you know what I mean? And give it to y'all in a new way, you know what I mean? So we got Gito, that's a famous dude from our projects. Sorry for what he's famous for, you know what I mean, selling drugs and all that. Here they go on the Feds cover. This Feds cover is actually a bunch of dudes that grew up in my projects that actually was getting money back in that era. Then, if you was born in between the 80s and the 90s, who don't know these three mics? These three mics is instrumental to everyone, you know what I'm saying? Everyone. You know what I'm saying? One of my things I always live by is get money by all means, you know what I mean? God bless the child that can hold his own, and always wear my stuff with style. Don't hate, be great. Made in the projects, EST 1989 for when I was born. And this S right here, man, I used to draw these in school all day, bro. So I had to get on here, you know what I'm saying? And we don't promote drug use, so you know we got the dope and crack as well. You know what I'm saying? We did that one. I wanted to have both of that on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and as you can see, we got other little add-on pieces just in case somebody want a pair of shorts. We got the jeans. Like I said, the jeans right now is one of one. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to produce those and mass produce those and make sure that they right. And honestly, I don't want too many people running around, you know what I mean, with this per se, you know what I mean? Like, of course, I want the whole world did it, but I wanted to hold some value because a lot of these things that you see on these little pictures and these things hold value to me, you know what I mean? And it might not make sense to everyone else, but it makes sense to me. And you know, we got the Vans. Once again, you see I got the unreleased pair on with the purple laces. Purple's my favorite color. So, little brief description on these. You know what I mean? We got the metallic silver line, which you rarely see a pair of Vans with. Aged bottom, done by us. Then we got the HMBYB, which stands for Handmade by Bennett. You know what I mean? And once again, some form of a purple lace. I like to see those as violet. Then we got the 100% handmade EST 1989 there. Once again, indicating the year that I was born. Same thing here. We got the strawberry laces. I'm calling these the pink laces rather, with the red logos on the side. You know what I'm saying? These will be around like 150. These will be 200. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about doing this pair, but you know, as time goes on, we'll see how that play out. You know what I'm saying? Right now, these is one of one. You see, you got the wear with style, not for resale, promotional use only, one of one. Aged bottom. Here we go. Now, this is kind of like a preview of where things is to go. You know what I mean? With the whole process of making these shirts, you know what I'm saying? Like we got Bernie Madoff. Now the reason why we went with Bernie Madoff on this tee is because at one point in time, how we were living, he kind of inspired us. You know what I mean? At the time when he got arrested, his story inspired me and my friends. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to make that sound like it's a great thing. You know what I mean? I understand we are who we are. You get inspired by what you get inspired by, so be it. So I went throw him on a t-shirt because at that particular time we was thinking get money at all costs, and his story definitely, I won't say it inspired us, but it piqued our interest. saying? And everybody knows what he's done. He's in jail still. And he didn't tell on nobody. So that's really the real reason why I wanted to put him on the t-shirt. You know what I mean? I doubt somebody takes $50 billion alone, but you know, you do the crime, do your time. You know what I mean? Don't tell, no snitching. All right, here we got the very, very special part of the brand. You know what I'm saying? Right here, we got the Japanese salvage denim. Japanese salvage is something I've been into since I've been a kid. Every pair of Levi's, every pair of Diesels, Red Monkeys, I had it. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that I wanted to come up with. And also, other inspirations that went into this is like times of being a youngin' and looking on street people and seeing what other people was wearing in other countries, and a lot of the silhouettes that they were doing now, back then when I was looking, is some of the things that's prominent now. So I also want to, you know, put that sort of into my work, you know what I'm saying? The things that I saw as a kid going into now. So we got the Japanese, like I said, we got the Japanese salvage crop denim jacket. Leather tag, handmade by Bennett. That's 100% leather as well. We don't run away from quality over here. You know what I mean? And everything right now for this collection had like a crop fit. You know what I mean? So this is the wax. Excuse me, not the wax, but this is the salvage denim. And the pants I got on as well is how I came up with the design for these pants that you see down here that go with the jean suit. So just so you can see how they fit, you know, stacking and flaring was a thing a few years ago, and I developed like a look for like my customer base where it was like my jeans had the stack and the flare. And then as time went on, I said, you know what, I like this concept, I'm gonna keep it, and just going along with the times of like, you know, the big shoes coming out. It just seemed like it was a perfect thing to do. So here you go, you got the, I'm not gonna say the first pair stacked flares, but you know, you get it, you know what I'm saying? Like I said this in the beginning of the video. The Carhartt Detroit jacket is one of my favorite jackets. So that was one of the things that inspired it, but as you see, it has a pinstripe. My first graduation, my mom's had me in a pinstripe suit. Loved it. That was something I always, like, you know, as I got older, I wanted to make an outfit that actually had pants to it. And last summer, I had the jacket with the shorts, short sleeve, you know what I'm saying? Got that, had that going. That didn't make the full collection, you know what I'm saying? And this is not the full collection because there's still things being made and I'm just gonna be adding on. I might just design for a whole year and just make that a whole year of a collection. Part of my daughter coughing in the background. She's a little under the weather. Yeah, man, this is the collection so far. And the final but not least, you know what I mean, the pink mohair, you know what I'm saying? This right here, every time I see it, I just think Cam, Old Boy, and how that, when that song hit the streets and him wearing pink and how that influenced me, how that made me open up my style, how that made me just look at different colors, you know what I mean? Yeah, and just to touch back on a lot of this stuff, man, like I said, this is my first collection in a while. So I just, you know, of course I could have done tons and tons of more days, but, you know, I just did what came to my mind and just let it grow organically. I didn't force anything. And yeah, this is where we at right now. Last video, y'all saw me put on a pink mohair joint. I'm looking like, what should I put on now? So I'm gonna just grab this jacket, finish out the vlog like this. You know what I mean? Yeah, it don't fit, but you know what I mean? I'm gonna still make it look good. You know what I mean? For the most part, this is probably like my favorite piece of this collection so far, besides, of course, the pink mohair. I would say I like this. This is one of my favorite pieces. I had somebody come through a model list about 2 weeks ago. Looked at dope that actually could fit it. Yeah. And these are the samples, guys. I got a whole bunch of stuff upstairs, mass produced for certain things that you see here. Like I said, shorts are being mass produced. Right now, the jeans is a 101. And I have a smaller, I got about 11 pairs of these sweatpants. And that might be that might just only be 11 made ever. And right now, I'm working on making more hoodies, but that hoodie per se right there is definitely a 101. I'm in the process of doing that now. You know, we waiting for the weather to break to really get crazy. You know what I'm saying? Handmade by Bennett, where details matter always. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my moms. She passed away last year this day, so I just want to, you know, make sure I did something special today with this vlog, and you know, let y'all see the full collection of, well, excuse me, let me stop saying full collection. This is only about 25% of what I got going on, you know what I'm saying? But this is just me warming up, getting back in the groove, figuring out what I need to figure out, and just putting every process that I learned in this journey of me learning how to make clothing. This is a mixture of everything, you know what I'm saying? And some little things that you see now will lead into other things, so that's why I want to make sure, you know, I showed you everything as a whole. So I know I've always kind of just always like focusing on what's the newest thing I need to do, and sometimes that can make your work be scattered all over the place. So right now, yeah, it looks like a little bit, but we have a lot. The Bernie shirts are mass produced, are ready to go. The Vans will be 11 pairs each only. These will be 200. These will be 150 for now. You know what I mean? Hopefully I get famous and it'll be way more. And shout outs to where I live at, for having this beautiful space where I can shoot this type of content for you guys. And stay tuned, we got a lot more coming, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, these Vans actually are available as of yesterday. So if you're interested in what you see, hit me up, man. Hit me up. YouTube, Instagram, however you gotta do it. But I will say this, find me on Instagram at Handmade by Bennett. Everything is spelled the proper way. B-E-N-N-E-T-T, Handmade by Bennett, once again. YouTube, same thing, at Handmade by Bennett, B-E-N-N-E-T-T. You can find me there. I'm just trying to grow the community, man. I know in the last video I was sounding kind of charity-cacious, saying I need all of this type of help, but as you can see, I'm in a good space in my life. I just want to get my brand out there to the rest of the world. You know, I make money from this to where I can afford to do the things that I do and live how I live. But now it's getting out to the rest of the world. A lot of people come to me and it's like, you know, they come at special occasions and things like that. And now it's time to get to this being an everyday thing. And sometimes it's not just about money, it's about people and information and trying to get all of those things to actually get out to the rest of the world. So if you like what you see, once again, this is me coming off of a long break. So I get way more crazy than what you see. And also I was my first time actually working with a manufacturer made in the US. So a lot of the things that you are seeing are just me trying to see what I can do. So expect more, man. And expect pristine work from me, always. Right now, anything you see that is with the leather tags are cut and sew items. And as of right now, those take to 3 to 5 days to produce. And, you know, quality takes time. Yeah, and that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. I got my boy up here with me. We got some more work to do. AB3, you know what I mean? Y'all know him as, you know what I mean, everything under the sun, the true Renaissance man. We do everything, you know what I'm saying? And that's my right hand man. We've been working with each other since we got right by each other's side. And yeah, man, A lot more coming soon. I know my conversation was all over the place. I ain't really getting no sleep today. But we gotta make this work happen. We gotta get it done by all means necessary. Yeah. And this is Handmade by Bennett. This is your boy Bob Bennett. And I'ma just end this one with a cool pose over the clothes. You know what I'm saying? Here we go.